Well boys, the season is over. Today is the final episode of season 4 of the most electrifying career mode in YouTube entertainment. Today we are going to run through the league stats at the end of the season, see who has scored the most goals, got the most assists, see what player in our team has grown in overall the most. Also, we're going to vote in the comments below today for player of the season and goal of the season compilation coming at the end of the episode. Make sure you stay tuned for that. If you are new to the channel, this is the end of season 4, bro. What are you doing watching this episode before watching the rest of season 4? There's a playlist on the channel. You can get yourself up to date with every single episode so far. And if you are new, make sure to like and subscribe. All of that YouTube jazz. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitch, link down below. On the 25th of May, the Anime Awards 2025 will be ran live, and we are going to do a live watch along over on Twitch to see who wins. I've already voted. Those votes should be up on the channel if you want to see who we voted for in the Anime Awards, if you fuck with that type of content. Didn't even mean to swear there, but it is what it is. Deal with it. Without further ado though, let's jump straight into today's episode. Edison has been named goalkeeper of the Premier League with 10 clean sheets. Fair enough. Here's the Premier League team of the season. I'll just get into the stats today. There's no rules. Let's do it. So, Premier League team of the season, Elliot gets in there from Drimtell, and that's the only Drimtell player in there. You can see the rest of the team on screen. I'm not even going to read it out, since there's only one of our players in there. But shout out to Lee Elliott, man. Yeah. Arsenal have won the Premier League. Any Arsenal fans watching this video, enjoy this, because it's the only time you'll ever see it, bro. It's the only time you'll ever hear me say Arsenal have won the Premier League. But that's about it, bro. Alright, so, based on the team's performance in the competition, the club has received additional funds, allowing us to increase the transfer budget for next season. We've won 155 million in prize money. Now, we don't see all of that. It's going to be interesting to see how many or how much of that we do actually get for next season, but I don't understand how it works. They say these numbers and then you never actually get those numbers. So, speaking of numbers, there's something I wanted to check actually. At the end of the season now, what one of our players had the most shared sales? I always like to see that, so let's find out. It should be in shared sales. It was Hekimoglu number 1, Captain Lee Elliott number 2, and Chris Rigg number 3. Shout out to Chris Rigg. Top 3 highest selling shared at the club. That is crazy, bro. Chris Rigg, I did not realize he had that many fans. I suppose he's been with us since the start. He's an OG Chris Rigg, so it does make sense. So, PSG have beat Bayer Leverkusen to win the Champions League 1-0. And also, Shakhtar Donetsk beat Juventus 2-1 to win the Conference League. Shout out to Shakhtar Donetsk, man. Hekimoglu's been nominated for Player of the Month alongside Elliott. Well deserved, but does it really mean anything at this point? Alright, we had 2 players nominated, didn't even get it. Brighton, to rub salt in the wounds, they beat us in the Prem to 7th place, and they've just beat us in the final Player of the Month award. Let's see our final scout reports of the season, and then we can wrap it up. This guy looks ready to play, bro. Nishimura, potential 61 to 76, but his stats look ready to go. I'm going to sign him. He's at 11k wage. He must be a high overall. Let's sell him for some money, bro. He should be at least like 60 something. 62, I want to say. 61, I was very close. No playstyles, but he's ready to go. This guy, instant. Yeah, dribbling, physical. His shooting's not bad. Shout out to Lee Elliott getting a call up to the England squad. Vuskovic going to Croatia as well. It's nice to see our players. It's a testament to their growth and they get called up to their international team. I've not even considered picking an international job for this career mode. I don't think I will. But if you'd like to see it, let me know in the comments. What team would you like to see us manage if we get the offer? But let's break down some certain things at the end of this season now. Let's just take a look at the final league standings. So we do finish in 8th place confirmed, as you can see there. 59 points, 17 wins, which is a solid amount. 8 draws and 13 losses. It was a good attempt at our first season in the Prem. We scored the most goals with 81. That's the highest in the league by far. But we also conceded the most goals in the league this season with 83, which is unbelievable to say. We conceded 83 goals this season and scored 81. Absolutely ridiculous. No other team in the top 7 even came close to 83 goals conceded, and that's the difference maker, bro. Honestly, that's the difference maker. You know, we need to solidify this defense next season. Clearly, there's no, what's the word? There's not a lack of quality in the attack, because we've scored 81, but conceding 83 is not good enough. It's unacceptable. Top goal scorer this season was Erling Haaland for Manchester City. 28 goals in 38 games. And despite us being such a high-scoring team, only one player in the top 5 from Drimtell Town, it was Hekimoglu, bro. I thought Cole might have been our top scorer. We'll check our individual team stats in a moment, because Cole still could be the top scorer because of the cup games, but Hekimoglu, top in the league for Drimtell Town, tied 4th place. with Alexander Isak over at Chelsea. Oscar Cole does make an appearance, just 1 goal behind Hekimoglu, 19 for him in 34 games, tied with Dominic Solanke. No Drimtell Town players in the top 15. Ito Shuhei makes an appearance though, actually tied for 14th with Luckman and Xerxes. Love to see that from Ito, man. That's what we love to see from a bench player, bro. Consistent output. 15 goals and 35 appearances off the bench is very nice to see from the youth striker over here in Drimtell Town, finishing out the top 25 there. As for top assists in the league, that actually goes to Oscar Cole. Wow, I thought Elliott might be first, but it's actually Oscar Cole, 19 assists in 34 appearances. I remember when we started the Premier League, people said we might need to get rid of Cole, sell Cole, just keep Hekimoglu. But this boy Oscar Cole, man, he's been going with Heki stride for stride. And by 5 assists, he wins the golden assist boot, if that's even a thing. Lee Elliott in 5th place on this list. Any other Drimtell Town players making the top 25? There's Hekimoglu in tied. Well, that's a lot of people tied on 7th there. Tied 11th place. Hekimoglu with 7 assists this season. And obviously Chris Rigg there at the bottom too. Nicely done from Chris Rigg. What a player. 3rd in shared sales, and for a reason. Clean sheets, we definitely won't even be in this top 25, I don't think. Edison wins the Golden Glove with 10 in 33 games. And let's just see, do we even make it in here? We had a lot of goalkeeper rotation this season. Dave Bartlett does make it in the top 20. Somehow, 3 clean sheets in 25 games. Dave only played 25 of the 38 games we had in the Prem. That's crazy. I thought he would have played at least 30 of the Prem games. I know we played Isidore a lot in the Cup, but that's crazy. And only 3 clean sheets is even more wild. We win the most red card award. Peter Hood picking up 3 this season. The crash out king himself. 3 red cards in 1 season is unbelievable, Jeff. Taha Geneges getting himself in there as well. Pau Kubasi almost making the top 10 there with 5 yellow cards. Trying to find anything to celebrate this season. For those interested though, let's check the FA Cup. Lee Elliott, 2nd top scorer in the FA Cup there. Nobody in the top 5 for assists. Let's check the Carabao Cup then. Nobody in the top 5 for assists there. Top scorer, not for us either. I can't even remember where we got in the Cups, to be honest. We'll run through that, but for anyone interested outside of that, Champions League top scorer was Alexander Isak. He's unbelievable, bro. He is genuinely unbelievable. Jonathan David there in the top scorers and top assisters in the top 5. Shout out to him. Who the hell's that at the bottom, bro? Never heard of him in my life. He's made top 5 assists in the Champions League. So fair play. Let's check Europa League then. Thomas Lamar still going strong. He must be like 35 years old now in our career mode. And Ivan Nusec. Do I just not know ball? I've never heard of that guy. He's got 12 goals in the Europa League. Top scorer. Shout out to him. Conference League. Lassina Traore makes sense because Shakhtar did go ahead and win it. MattHDGamer 2nd place. Obviously, Juventus were also in the final, so that also does make sense. Now let's run through our squad for the season. Let's see our player growth. Thankfully, EA have added the little plus symbol on your overalls now, so I don't need to manually do it. We can just run through the squad real quick, see who has grown the most, and I'll give a little comment on each player as we go through. ITANI was the first goalkeeper we scouted to our youth academy. Isidore hit age first and wanted to be promoted, so we had to. ITANI's just been cooking this whole time, and a very similar player to my man. I've just said his name, Isidore. Very similar stat spread and build, so I think it's just with goalkeepers in this game, bro, like it doesn't even matter who you put in goal. They're all fucking idiots, you know what I mean? Maybe ITANI comes through the ranks. I just want to see his playstyles, bro. Maybe his playstyles will be better than ITANI's. That he is ITANI. Let's move on. +5 for him in the youth academy this season. Cello's only gone +1 since we signed him, but I hope the future is bright for this lad. I know I only said he's 84, but I hope that can grow because, honestly, if he can grow in height a bit, we've got a problem on our hands right here. It's a shame he's got no playstyles, but this guy could be the future of that centre-back position. Marcus Roberts has been cooking very nicely as a backup fullback. 90 to 94 potential, can play left and right back. Whipped pass and long throw, which is nice for a fullback. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just a backup fullback. What else can I say? +4 for Marcus Roberts. Man of the youth academy, though, is, of course, Ono Kotaro. Both eyes on him. See how he grows, man. He might hit 16 next season. We can promote him or not. 91 to 94 potential. +2 in the overall so far. He is the diamond in the rough of this youth academy. Minato Nakajima went +4 this season. Very nice playstyles, which is why we kept him around. But his stat spread is like, it's just mid, bro. You know what I mean? All around. He's just mid and everything. Like, jack of all trades, master of none. But he's not even a jack of anything. He's just, I don't know, he's a jack off. That's not even what I meant to say there. We're probably going to promote him, send him out on loan next season, see if he can have a little nice potential boost. Sometimes EA just decide, oh yeah, this player, by the way, is going +10 on loan. We've got a few loan players to check, by the way, coming up in the squad hub, so make sure you stay tuned to see that. Taniguchi went +5. This is a nice backup option for the cam spot, but we already have so many cams. Lee Elliott, Amos can now play cam, Mohammed, Hassan, Nakamura. We don't really need Taniguchi, so we'll probably just get loaned out and see if he can grow to a nice backup option again. But nice growth, +5, you know, you can't complain with that. +5 for Kato Yoshi, who is now of age and ready to be promoted to the senior squad. 5'9" he managed to grow to. It looks like his hair's got shorter. I don't know if he just had longer hair and then he's grew, so his hair looks shorter. But he definitely looks like he's had a trim, bro. Yeah, and this guy being a winger with finesse shot and rapid, that's nice playstyles. If this guy can get one of them to a playstyle plus when he hits 80 overall, he could be a problem. Yeah, if we can get finesse shot plus, we turn him to a right winger, and he cuts in with rapid and finesse shot plus on his left foot. This guy could be the Japanese Salah, bro. Sky's the limit for him. Looking forward to promote him next season and see what he can become. Same sentiment for this guy, Hino Tomohiro. And I've already said it. Tomohiro, Tyler Hero, Guitar Hero. Lakers in 5. We're going to promote him next season, and hopefully he can grow to something special. I really like how he plays in the youth tournament. We're going to have so many strikers, though. Maybe one of them needs to be sold in the next season. We'll find out. Another striker who will be sold next season is this guy. Don't even know why I picked him up. I might just release him right now, to be honest. Into the squad hub, though. Something I do need to address at the start of next season is contracts. Let's have a look who's going to expire. Isidore, Ito Shuhei, Lee Elliott, Hekimoglu, Geneges. Christ, this is a long list. Riley Wilkinson, Nakamura, and Isaac Hassan, all with 1 year left on their contract. So they will need to be sorted for next season. In fact, I might just do it now before we get our new budget. It's going to be interesting, bro, because we're giving these players new contracts. Now they're demanding better squad roles. Isaac Hassan wants important first team player. At the minute, he's a bit of a rotation. Him and Mohammed swapping in and out of that right centre mid spot. But now he wants important first team player, which means he needs to be one of the first names on the team sheet. And if we're going to swap formation next year too, it might be a problem. It might be a problem. Let's see if anybody else has demands for their player role. We're going to go rotation with Ito Shuhei, and he's happy with that, which is nice to see because he will be a rotation in and out of that backup striker spot. Only 73 overall. It would have been nice to see a bit higher than that this season from him, but you know, it's steady growth. We'll get to the growth shortly. Let me just sort these contracts. I'll finish the rest off camera probably. Club captain time now, bro. This guy needs to be paid. This is our captain, crucial first team player, yeah? He knows it. 23 years old now, Lee Elliott. 5-year extension, take it. And he wants it. This guy wants to play for the club. He is our captain, El Capitano. He's currently on 30k. We're going to up that to 50, bro. Big boy wage right there for the club captain. He wants 50 plus a signing bonus and he can have it. Highest paid player at the club, £50,000 a week. Lee Elliott. Oh, Nakamura wants crucial first team player. Here we go. Here we go. This is where it's getting feisty, bro, because he's not a crucial first team player. He can't start over Lee Elliott in cam. We only have one cam spot in the team. We've given him important first team player and he wants crucial. Nakamura might force a move next season. I don't want him to go though, bro. He's one of the OG Blue Lock stars with the pink hair. He can't leave. We're gonna give him what he demands, but he might be unhappy next season. Who the hell is that on the picture, bro? What even is that a picture of? What was that picture? Last but not least is Riley Wilkinson, the aging 30-year-old. Now, we should just probably let his contract run out, but for the sake of sentiment, I'm going to keep him around, bro. Yeah, Riley Wilkinson and my man in the midfield too, what's his name, Felix Richardson. I feel like those guys just need to stay in the dressing room just for the morale of our players. 3-year extension for Wilco. He can still put in a shift as well if we need to, bro. He's no scrub, Riley Wilkinson. He scored a crucial goal for us in the cup this year. And just to repay his loyalty, let's give him 20k a week. Yeah, you might think I'm stupid. Okay, I thought that was a nice offer, Riley. He wants 24. You can have it, but like, chill out, lad. You're getting too big for your boots, yeah. Remember who's in charge, the boss. I want to first check the players that went out on loan before we look at the rest of our team. Giordano only went +2. He's probably going to get sold next season. Noah Bull went +2. A nice utility player, might be of some use for us next season, but I highly doubt it. Pierre Tremblay, we sent him out on loan as a cash cow so we could get boosted and we could sell him in next season for some money. He went +8, which is exactly what I expected from him. So we're going to sell him next season for some nice bit of cash. We've got Hasegawa went +2 to 72 overall. Could be a nice backup DM. You know, this season we had no backup to Rob Sim when he needed a rest in DM. So Hasegawa could be that guy for us next season. Sebastian Vilk. This guy was an orphan that we took in off the streets. Nah, I'm playing. If you know that surname, Vilk, and you know what that means, it's a Polish striker. That's why we picked this guy up. We sent him on loan +2. It's a shame to see he's not got the potential that his dad once had in the original Drimtell. But Sebastian Vilk, man, he's going to stay on the books and we're going to keep feeding his family because of just sentiment. James Fraser went +3. We have a lot of backup fullbacks now, so he'll probably get sold next season too because that's not good enough growth to stay at this club, I don't think. Liam Anderson only went +1. Oscar Cole's little brother, little twin over there, my treacherous little twin, only went +1. No potential for him. +8 though for Brendan Michaels, one of the backup fullbacks which will be staying at this club. Simo's little twin with the same trim. He's going to be Simo's backup for next season. Nearly the same overall as him, which we'll get to very shortly. Hayashida, another blue lock prospect with the purple hair this time. +4 this season from the youth academy. 2 out on loan. Not too bad. +3 for Reece Armstrong, man. It's a shame to see. I thought that Armstrong might have gone up to like 80 overall out on loan, but he only went +3 this season. Armstrong, he was lacking that bit of quality that we needed here at Drimtell Town, and I don't know, coming back from loan, if he's going to have that quality that we need to keep him around. Especially with players like Kato Yoshi being promoted from the youth academy, who can play left and right wing. I don't know if there's a place at the club anymore for Reece Ryan Armstrong, but he's one of the OGs, and I'm very sentimental in career mode, so I would hate to see him go. Only +1 for Oshiro Kazuki, the tall Japanese defender. That's a shame. We do need a centre-back, bro. Big time. Mandukai, only +2 out on loan as well. Centre-back is the position we need to look for to address next season. A lot of youth prospects here have failed to be that project that we were looking for at the centre-back position. How are we going to sort that out next season? Find out in Season 5, bro. Let's get to our squad then. We're going to run through the overall changes and then the stats, and then that should be it. And then go over the season compilation. This is going to be a very long episode. This is like a double episode. I should have just split this up. Maybe I will have split it up. Who knows? You'll have to wait and see how it looks on YouTube. Dave Bartlett +1 this season, and Isidore went +4. The battle of the goalkeepers. Keep an eye as well on the status of these players. Isidore showing great potential. Next season, will he be exciting prospect? It'll be exciting to see how these players change. Charlie Simo. I don't think I've ever said his first name this season. You know, Charlie. I didn't even know his first name was Charlie. Simo went +5 though, with potential to be special. Played every single game at left back for us pretty much. That's my guy, bro. That just is my guy. You know, he's developing to be the exact type of player that I wanted. You know, Brendan Michaels, hot on his tail though, only 2 overall behind. +8 for Brendan Michaels. And he's 2 years younger than Simo as well, but Simo's the OG, man. He had this haircut first. Brendan Michaels is trying to bite his flow, but Simo said, nah, I'd win. I'm 1 inch taller, and every inch counts. Ask my wife, who doesn't exist. That's unfortunate. Anyway, next player, Vuskovic, +3. With potential to be special, I'd expect at least +5 with somebody with that player status, but only +3 for Vuskovic. He's a brain-dead idiot. I hate him. But at the same time, sometimes he's great. Sometimes he has good games for us, and then sometimes he's the worst player ever. Kubasi, man, +4 for him. He's 82 overall now. As an 82 overall centre-back, you'd think he'd be ready. He still doesn't feel ready. He still feels like he's missing something. I don't know what it is, but looking at his stats as well, he's got nice pace, 85 sprint speed, 72 acceleration. We should probably start training that acceleration to get closer to that sprint speed. His defending stats, 87 awareness. It doesn't feel like it, though. 73 stamina. It doesn't feel like it, though. This guy runs out of stamina so fast, bro. He can't even play 2 games back-to-back, it feels like. But with good dribbling and passing stats, and his physicals aren't too bad either. It'll be nice now to boost his strength and aggression to the high 70s, early 80s. But, bro, this guy, man, I don't know what it is. I feel like he should just be better than he is. Should we train him as a DM? 22 weeks? I feel like they're DM stats. Look at his passing and dribbling. I don't know, man. There's something about Kubasi that just doesn't wow me in the way that I thought he would. At first, he was great, and then he just fell off a bit. Maybe it is playing alongside Vuskovic. The brain deadness was contagious and rubbed off on him, but we'll have to wait and see if we bring in a second centre-back next season to be the guy. I was looking at Kanate, somebody like that. That could be a solid centre-back pairing and bring, you know, the light out of Kubasi if we have someone shining next to him too. Hugo Barnett, the old-timer, 31 years old. He's hit his prime. 75 overall, +1 for him on the season. Probably going to start decreasing overall soon. Geneguess went +3. This guy, what else can I say about him? He's tall, can win headers for us, which is nice. Something we do lack is height over at Drimtell Town. 6'5" for Geneguess, and he's only 19, bro. Maybe we should stop being so harsh on these players. There's still plenty of room to grow for these guys. 75 overall and 19 years old. You can't really complain at that. Jonathan Haber went +4. Expected him to grow a bit more, especially with potential to be special. I hope he keeps that potential to be special status. We did play him in quite a few games this year to try and keep that status up for him. But this guy, bro, he's the future of the right back spot, I feel like. With the play styles, I spoke about him a lot, even in today's episode. Or Monday's episode, depending if I split these up. My vote, honestly, for player of the season, though, that's going to be an award. Comment below your player of the season. My vote goes to Rob Sim. Honestly, this guy was absolutely monumental this season for the team. Became an instant starter and one of the key pieces in our squad. Even when he was tired, he kept playing. 6'3", 171 pounds, 18 years old, +6 on the overall. The fact his status is at club since is a travesty. If that doesn't increase next season to exciting prospect, the game's broken. Because he deserves it. He's unbelievable. Such a good player. Our only DM as well, so he's been putting in work all season long, every single game. What a guy, man. My vote for player of the season goes to Rob Sim. No increase in overall for Riley Wilkinson, but that's to be expected. He's 30 overall now. 30 overall. Christ. Imagine your age was called your overall. He's 30 aged. He's age 30. Oh my god, let's move on. Chris Rigg +4. 81 overall. Yeah, potential to be special. Just missed the consistency. Do you know what I mean? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. My whole life consistent. That's what Chris Rigg says to me when he wakes up in the morning. 21 years old now as well, Chris Rigg. We signed him when he was like 17, I feel like. He's 21 now. He's grown into be, you know, a special man. Special player in the team. No increase for Richardson. It looks like his beard's got a bit thicker this season though. But again, like Wilco, just a solid squad player. We can rely on him. You saw at the end of the season to close out against Ipswich, we brought him on for his experience and he closed the game out perfectly. This guy's like Endo. You know when Liverpool bring on Endo, you know the game's closed, bro. You know that game is finished. He's the closer. That's what Richardson is for us. If you see me sub on Felix Richardson, you know the game's locked up. Nori Sugimoto went +4 this season, but he's an absolute stinker. This guy is shocking. In-game, absolute garbage. He demanded to be promoted to the senior squad at 16 years old. You had 2 more years at least to cook in the youth academy, but he wanted to be promoted. He's only shown great potential. That'll probably be at club since next season. And he's going out on loan regardless because he sucks. We're getting into the important players now though. Lee Elliott +4. He's now 86 overall. And I'm sure a lot of people will vote this guy for player of the season. We're going to run through the stats very shortly. So that will sway votes, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, man. Lee Elliott, club captain. What else can I say? Started off the season a bit slow, but he stepped up when we needed him to. And that's what we love to see from our captain. Lansari Amos didn't really get much game time this season. He's an exciting prospect. I do expect that to drop for next season because we barely played him. But we trained him as a cam right before that so we can get some new positions to train him in to increase certain stats that we need to increase for him. 82 overall, you can't really complain. We can get a nice sum of money for him as well if we want to sell this guy. 38 million is the value on the market. We could probably push that to like 50, 60 mil. But I'm not sure if we will sell Amos. His family's famous around Drimtell Town. Would we get in trouble if we sold him? Would Cash Money Mitch get a knock at the door from the Amos family? They all live here. The whole family lives here. If we sell the son, surely they'll be mad at us. +3 for Richard Mohammed. I hope his potential status changes because that really affected him this season. Only being at club since. He went +3 very early on and then stayed at 79 overall for pretty much the whole season when he didn't deserve to be. You know, he played so well this season. Was in and out of the starting 11, but still steps up when we need him to, you know what I mean? Cyborg Mohammed, strong right, weapons left, all of that. We know about this guy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I hope his potential does increase for next season. His Nigerian counterpart, Isaac Hassan, unbelievable player. Possibly one of the player of the season contenders. Definitely probably most improved player of the season or something like that if we have like a youth player of the year award. Saying that, our whole team's youth, innit? But still, this guy's great. I do expect to see some votes for him for player of the season because he has been unbelievable. Nakamura going +4 at 81 overall. Exciting prospect. He barely played this season, it felt like. But when he did, he's great. You know what I mean? He's that guy. Last season, he was definitely one of the players of the year. He got replaced in the starting 11 this season with the formation change. You know, Nakamura was one of the first names in that team sheet last year, it felt like. So we did take a step back this year in terms of game time and contributions, but still, he's demanded in his new contract. Exciting. He's demanded in his new contract. Crucial first team player. He's an exciting prospect. Will that drop or will that increase next year? Only +2 for Peter Hood, which is very bizarre. You know what I mean? Peter Hood, bro, our starting right back. Yeah, he shared game time with my man Haber. But still, potential to be special and only going +2 is kind of crazy when you think about it. So I want to see if that status changes for next year. I thought he'd hit easy 80 overall this season and keep growing, but nah, he's at 79, bro, and he's been at 79 for like 20 weeks. Michael Jackson went +5. Obviously spent all his time in the youth academy. Exciting prospect. I hope that doesn't change. Or, well, if it does change, I hope it only goes up. Because he doesn't deserve to, you know, because he's not played a single game for us. If that drops to at club since, I'll be fuming with the EA. But still, I want to see what he can do next season, especially in the cup. Hekimoglu went +3, our joint highest rated player, 86 overall. Oscar Cole +3. What else can I say about him? Ito Shuhei +5. Great growth, to be fair to Ito. I did say I want him to be a bit higher than that, but if he can go +5 again next season, maybe even higher. I want him to get into the 80s. Oscar Cole's not even there yet, but still, if Ito Shuhei can get into the 80 overall, he'll be a problem. That wraps up the player growth, though. Let's look at the player stats real quick. Most appearances this season went to Simo. He played pretty much every single game, as did Rob Sim and Chris Rigg and Elliot. Richard Mohammed with 42 appearances. I did not expect that. Let's sort it by goals, though. Our top scorer in all competitions was none other than Hekimoglu. In 2 less games, he scored 3 more goals than Oscar Cole. 7 assists for Hekimoglu, but look at that for Oscar Cole. 19 assists across all competitions. They all came in the Premier League, actually. 39 goal contributions in 38 appearances for Oscar Cole at 27 years old. It's what you love to see from our starting striker who's been with us since day one of this club. Ito Shuhei coming in 3rd as top scorer. 42 appearances for Ito. I suppose he played in the cup a lot, but it's interesting to see that our backup striker has had more appearances than our 2 starting strikers. That is very bizarre. 14 goals and 14 assists for Lee Elliott, though. Club captain. That is some record right there. A lot of them came in the cup, as you can see. 5 games in the cup, 5 goals and 2 assists. Shout out to him, man. I am very conscious of game time because of the potential statuses, so even though it felt like players didn't really get a lot of time to shine this year, like Nakamura, still 35 appearances for him. You know what I mean? 6 goals, 5 assists. It is tough when most of those appearances do come off the bench. You know, it looks like, oh, what? He's only had 11 goal contributions in 35 games, but again, a lot of that was off the bench. Same with Isaac Hassan. He doesn't even really get involved in the attack that much. He is more just a playmaker. So stats don't really matter with this guy. He just does his role and does it well. 5 goals, 2 assists for him. Mohamed's got 4 goals and 7 assists, as does Lansare Amos. 7 assists as well for Chris Rigg. That's a big boy number there for Chris Rigg. It doesn't really feel like Rigg gets involved in the attacks much, but I guess he does. You know, 2 goals, 7 assists, nice to see. 5 assists for Charlie Simo from left back. 5 assists for a left back is actually nice. You know, we do play with attacking fullbacks, especially this year. Our fullbacks was the real width in our team. So to get 5 assists there from Simo is very nice. If that can get closer to 10 even next year, that would be even nicer, bro. Riley Wilkinson with 1 goal, 1 assist. Vuskovic with 1 goal this season. Ryan Armstrong says that he's got 1 goal as well. And that looks like it might be it for our goals in the team. Any Schneider assist down here. We've got Richardson got 1 assist on the year. 3 assists for Jonathan Haber. Again, you love to see that from our fullback getting assists, bro. 3 for him. 4 for Rob Sim, which I didn't even realize. This guy's the sweeper, the defender. 4 assists for him. 1 assist for Paul Kubasi. And 3 assists for Peter Hood. So our 2 right backs combining for 6 assists. Our left back getting 5 assists. That is actually what I love to see from our fullbacks, bro. As for clean sheets, it's not going to be very pretty. Obviously, it includes all players, but I just want to look at the goalkeepers. That's where it really counts. Dave got 3. Isidori got 3. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Dave's average rating was 6.04 this year. Isidori's was 6.62. That's just terrible. Remember when I said Chris Rigg as well missed the consistency? He's a solid 7 out of 10 player every game that you play. Look at that. His average rating this year was 7.05. You know what I'm saying? This guy drops a 7 no matter what. Just consistently good.
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
For those interested in that average overall to see your votes for player of the season, Lee Elliott got 7.6 on average every game, right? And then the next highest after that, we look at our strikers, 7.6 again for Hekimoglu, 7.87 for Oscar Cole, and a 7 also for Ito Shuhei. Let me know in the comments below your top player of the season. Who do you think deserves it? Hekimoglu being the top scorer, or Oscar Cole with all those assists? or Lee Elliott being the club captain and leading us so far in the cup. Even Ito Shuhei. Who was your favourite player, bro, of the season? Well, boys, I think that about does it for this season. Let's go ahead and advance and end the season, start the new season, and see what our budget is, and then we'll get to the goal of the season compilation, and you guys can drop a comment with the number for what you think deserves best goal of the season. Let's advance. Let's end off season 4 of the Drimtell Town career mode. We finished 8th in the Premier League, which isn't a bad effort. You know, shout out number 8. My goes, my MVP, Lamar Jackson. Yeah. We got to the semi-final of the FA Cup. Round 2 of the EFL Cup. That was not good enough. Next season, we for sure need to go further in the EFL Cup. Hopefully, we can win the FA Cup. We can spin the block and slide on whoever knocked us out. I can't even remember who that was. It was Chelsea 2-1. Oh, it was that terrible game. It was that terrible game that we didn't even deserve to lose. Remember that? We should have got to the final here, bro, and possibly beat Liverpool, my team. With 8th in the Premier League, I'm not sure if we will get Conference League football or not and play in Europe, but if we don't, it's all the more reason we can just focus on FA Cup and EFL Cup. With that less, you know, having one less competition, our players can stay fit and stay active for the Cup. Let's end the season. Let's get into the new season and see how much money we get. I've just stuttered there because I don't know why I thought this said we're being fired. We've come to the end of the season. I'm writing to let you know the board is delighted with your performance as manager so far. Players and staff clearly respect you. You seem to have done an excellent job aligning yourself with the club's culture and vision on and off the pitch, and we would be happy for you to agree to continue the job you've started here, remain at the club next season. That's what we love to see. Let's go. I genuinely thought for some reason that said that that we were being fired. That would have been a hilarious end to the season. The Premier League ball there, by the way, in Dream Chasers colours. That's crazy. Purple and yellow on the ball. Crazy to see. New season now means new kits. You'll see those at the start of season 5. Look forward to those. Let's see if CM Mitch goes back down to that family basement and digs out any nostalgic kits for the next season, as he did for this season. So, here we are then. 1st of July. We're going to head across to the office, see our finances. 28 mil. Are you kidding me? Is that it? Wait, what? Are you kidding me? 28 mil? Bro, at the end of last season, it said, oh, well done for finishing 8th. There's 155 million. What do you mean 28 mil? 28 million, that's all we're getting. 500k in the weekly wage budget. Bro, if we want a big boy centre-back, we are gonna have to sell somebody. Because what do you mean 28 mil? Yo, let me check if Van Dijk's retiring. He's still going for another year. Van Dijk, can you chill, bro? Like, what are you doing? I want your regen big time. Our main target for centre-back, though, was Ibrahima Konate, who's about 40 to 50 million. We could get Mark Gahey for 30 to 45. We might have to go for someone cheaper than Huijsen or Zarbiani. No, Zarbiani's too important to even be sold. That's crazy. I thought we'd have at least 50 mil and we could go get Konate, but I mean, even now, do we try and look at Konate, sell somebody, pick him up? He's 29. That is quite old, but then for a centre-back, he could go to like probably 32. We could get a good few years out of Konate and he'd still be a beast. That's crazy. Let me know in the comments. What should we do? Zarbiani, do we try get him somehow? Do we get Dean Huijsen and hope he can develop a bit? Is 77 overall going to be good enough? I don't think so. Do we go for Mark Gahey? He's a bit younger than Konate. Less overall, but still a bit younger. Might get a few more years out of him. Or do we just get Konate? Or do we get Van Dijk? Bro, I've been waiting for his regen for so many years. 36 Van Dijk, just retire, lad. My God, he's getting me mad. Another quick thing I want to check before we do end off this episode and wrap it up before we get too deep into Season 5. I want to check player status. EC Dore has dropped to at club since. That's crazy. Simo still potential to be special, as is Brendan Michaels. Love to see it. Vuskovic is exciting prospect. Kubasi potential to be special. Okay. Okay, not too bad. We've had a few players come back from on loan as well. Remember, Genegas, he didn't go out, but Mandukai did. Oshido has shown great potential. Exciting prospect, Pierre Tremblay. Potential to be special, Jonathan Haber. That was a big one I was looking forward to seeing. Rob Sim is at club since EA. Are you kidding me, lad? This guy deserves potential to be special. At club since Rob Sim is a travesty. It really is. That's an actual joke. Hasegawa's only at club since too. Our DMs have been shafted here big time. Chris Rigg still potential to be special. Noah Bull is showing great. Sugimoto has dropped. He deserves to. Lee Elliott's 23, so it doesn't show. Amos exciting prospect. Richard Mohammed at club since EA. This is a travesty. Hassan. Was he exciting prospect or potential to be special? I can't even remember. Exciting prospect Nakamura. Potential to be special Peter Hood. Exciting prospect Michael Jackson. Okay. Not mad at that. Hekimoglu still potential to be special. And so is Ito. Okay. So a few players I'm glad kept their potential, but a few players dropped, like Isidore. That is a big one. I did not expect him to drop in overall. He did play a lot of games. But I'm so mad about Rob Sim, bro. I was hoping he'd get that potential boost because God knows he needs it. Because right now we're training his defending stats and he's being a great player, but I need to focus on his pace. 59 acceleration, bro, is not good enough. But if we spend too much time focusing on his pace, he won't be able to grow defensively. And with the low potential of at club since, he'll only get to like, I don't know, 77 overall this season maybe and cap out. Which just isn't going to be fair, bro. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair. But life is not fair. Hopefully he has another breakout season like he did last year. And he can be potential to be special at the end of that one. It might be this man's time to shine this season with Isidore only being at club since. We could loan him out and see if he can grow a bit. Have Arziani as our backup / start and keep him for the year. That might be an interesting play if we promote him from day one and promote him to starter from day one. Or do we stick with Dave for another year? I don't know. But it's going to look like Hino might get promoted this year too. Kato might get promoted this season. I want to see Ono in the squad soon. And Cello. Fernando. Oh, man. Hey, I've got myself hyped there for the new season. Honestly, I was looking forward to wrapping the video up today and just finishing it off. You know what I mean? And finishing off the season and having a break for a bit. But there will be like a 1 week break on the channel, by the way, while I prep. Or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe the next episode comes on Monday or whenever this is going up. I don't know, lad. But I've been talking for too long today. My tongue is twisted and tied in knots and I need to get it fixed. So, like, comment, share, subscribe. Drop some comments. I've said comment a lot. Player of the season, goal of the season. Lakers in 5. I'll catch us next time, people, man. Take it easy. Big head from Kubasi there, getting it out to Mohamed. Elliott's got space to charge into. Look at this. Oh, Forest have fell apart now. Weapons left from Mohamed again, and it's in! Weapons left! You can't stop that, bro. Let's go! Oh, man, Richard Mohamed is really glowing right now. This ball is skidding along the ground today, man. I'm feeling the effects of the weather. Chris Rigg looks to fire one into Cole. Nice first touch. Cole and Hekimoglu linking up now. Hekimoglu taking it himself. Oh, what a goal! Erhan Hekimoglu.
Let's cross to Alex Scott now with news of a goal at Everton.
It's a goal for Burnley. The shot.
Oh, lovely. Cole. He's done his man, Oscar Cole! Yes! Come on! Let's go, Cole! That is what I'm talking about. Let's go! What a goal that is! There's Amos. Looking for that pass to Simo when he's found him. A lovely ball from Amos. Chris Rigg. Numbers on the edge. It's Lee Elliott, the club captain! He puts it to bed! 9-9! 9-9! 3-1! Bang! Let's go, bro! Club captain Lee Elliott. He's been quiet all season. And that is a moment right there to stand up and be loud, bro. Well in Sim. One interception, that is.
Putting in quite the shift to win the ball back. Sim. Good-looking move.
Lovely play. And it's Chris Rigg. That's unbelievable football. Let's go. Chris Rigg on the score sheet with the patch on the back. He looks like John Cena with a patch like that, bro. Don't give Cole that space. What a finish. What a goal from Oscar Cole. Oh my God, on his weak foot. On the left foot. Are you crazy? And again, unbelievable play. Ito, this keeper is ridiculous. No wonder Everton have not conceded that many goals this season with this man in goal. I can see why, bro. He's insane, but Mohamed said strong left, weapons left. Saved that one. Cyborg Mohamed putting the nail in the metaphorical coffin.
Into the box it goes. And the danger is cleared.
That's nice. Elliot, what are you going to do with it? Bring it left. Simo, I see you. His legs are going a bit. He's putting a shift this game. Simo down this left wing. It's back to Elliott. On the edge is Hassan. Hassan. What a turn that is. Isaac Hassan, go all the way! What a goal, Isaac Hassan. Come on, 2-0 up. There's the cushion that we need. Come on. Yo, Hassan, he is a baller, bro. Did you see that? Hannibal was inside. I said it's the battle of the long hair, curly hair, afro dudes. And Hassan said, oh, you want to go this way, Hannibal? I'll take it the other way. Thank you very much. Back heel. Drag back. Let's go. Let's bring on the subs.